was a Sunday evening and I was watching the news broadcast and I was seeing the devastation from Katrina, and I was realizing that these were Americans that were just being barraged.
The scene is nothing short of apocalyptic. 80% of New Orleans, including much of downtown, is underwater.
That night, I actually made the first phone call to a couple of my friends and said we should get together tomorrow morning for breakfast and start a relief effort. We got 12 people, I think, that first day for a meeting in the morning, and we said, let's go throw an event for Katrina, and that was the start of it. I think it was 24 days later on that instance, we had the event at the Willis Tower, and we had 900 people show up. Between that event and a concert at House of Blues with Eddie Vedder, we raised another $1 million, and that's how it all started. So we called it Turning the Tide. At that time was the moniker.
And then pretty much to the day, 12 years later, same thing happened.
Tonight, Hurricane Harvey, a life-threatening Category 4, taking aim at Texas.
You know, you kind of sit there in your warm house and you have a decision to make. Am I going to feel bad about it and do nothing, or am I going to feel bad about it and do something about it? And it just so happened, the next morning we got an email from Bob. We got to put the band back together.
It was really Harvey when it started. And as the 19 days was unfolding, then it was Irma and then Maria. So it was Turning the Tide for Texas, and then it became for Texas and Florida, and then it was Texas, Florida, and the U.S. territories. And then we just said for hurricane relief, because it was such a huge sequence of hurricanes. It was unimaginable. The real estate community in Chicago has a huge heart. This group of people, as soon as I called, they stepped up and just started working. It was a really incredibly quick process because of the nature of the event. It was so big. The overall delivery was $1,052,000, I think was the number. It was 2.6% of the cost of the raise went to expenses. I mean, everything was donated. Both times we did these events so exceeded anything I thought we could do. Never constrain yourselves as to what you think you can do, because with a group of people doing it together, you can almost accomplish anything.